My dear students, welcome to my class. Dear students, how are you? I hope you are hale and hearty by the grace of Almighty Allah. Dear students, I am also fine. My dear students, today we will learn an interesting topic, and that is transformation of sentence. Positive to comparative. Today we will learn how to do positive to comparative, or you can say comparison of degree. Learning outcomes. At the end of the lesson, you will be able to identify the structure of changing positive into comparative, send positive into comparative. So, without delaying, let's start our class. How to change positive degree to comparative if the word no other present in the sentence. At first, you have to use subject, then you have to use verb and comparative form of adjective. It means the word which is present between as, and then you have to use then any other. If we find no other, in Bangla we can say যদি কোনো বাক্যের মধ্যে we find no other শব্দটি পাই, then we have to use then any other in comparative sentence এ আমাদেরকে then any other লিখতে হবে। and সেটা কিভাবে? subject, here we see subject noun after as, অর্থাৎ একদম লাস্ট যে সাবজেক্টটা রয়েছে as এর পরে ওই সাবজেক্ট আমাদেরকে ফার্স্টে লিখতে হবে। we have to write subject before after as, then we have to use verb according to the subject, and then comparative form of adjective, and then any other, and last we have to use noun word after no other এর পরে যে শব্দটা যে নাউনটা থাকবে সেটা আমাদেরকে লিখতে হবে। ফর এক্সাম্পল, here we can see no other country is as nice as Bangladesh. So here we see present no other in the sentence, and Bangladesh is the last word or noun after as. At first, if we want to make it comparative, we have to use Bangladesh as a subject. You see, Bangladesh. At first, we have to write Bangladesh as a subject. Then, according to the subject, we have to use verb is. Then, comparative form of adjective nice, nicer. Then any other, no other, then any other, and then last country. So you see how to do comparative. At first we have to use subject, noun after as, then verb, then comparative form of adjective, and then any other. At last we have to use first noun which is used after no other, country. No other creature is as slow as the tortoise. According to the rule, we have to use at first the tortoise as a subject. We know last noun will be come first. The tortoise is, according to the subject, verb slow, comparative form of adjective slower, then any other, no other, than any other, creature. No other scenery is as beautiful as this. At first we have to use this is beautiful, more beautiful than any other scenery. And change the sentences into comparative. No other gift as fine as this. No other man is as wise as he. No other student is as keen as he. No other person is as wealthy as he. No other would One so pretty as this. This is your task. How to change positive to comparative if we find very few in the sentence. Now let's see. At first we have to use like before, subject, noun after as. Then according to the subject we have to use verb, and then comparative form of adjective, and in the field of very few we have to write most then most other. অর্থাৎ কোনো বাক্যে যদি very few থাকে then very few পরিবর্তে we have to use then most other, and then after noun word after very few পরে যে নাউনটা থাকবে সেটার প্রথমে আমাদেরকে একদম লাস্ট যে নাউনটা রয়েছে বাক্যে as এর পরে সেই নাউনটাকে সাবজেক্ট হিসেবে ইউজ করতে হবে, and then according to the subject we have to use verb, and then comparative form of adjective, very few পরিবর্তে more than most other, noun. You see, very few countries are as nice as Bangladesh. Very few countries are as nice as Bangladesh. Now see, here we find very few countries, and after as we find Bangladesh. At first we have to use subject as Bangladesh as a subject, and according to the subject we have to use verb is, Bangladesh is. Then the comparative form of adjective. Here we find adjective noun nice, and this is nicer, and in the field of very few we have to use then most other, and at last we have to use countries, then very few countries. Bangladesh is nicer than most other countries. You see, with the roles, at first we use Bangladesh হচ্ছে এখানে subject, and then বাংলাদেশের সাথে মিলিয়ে verb is, comparative form of adjective nicer, and very few পরিবর্তে than most other, and very few পরে যে শব্দটা রয়েছে countries, and this is here. Very few fishes are big as this. This is bigger than most other fishes. According to the rules, here we find this, then verb, then comparative form of adjective, and in the field of very few we use then most other, and after very few the word after very few, fishes. Very few ships are as large as this. This is larger than most other ships. Now change the sentences into comparative. Very few boys are as bright as he. Very few kings of India were as great as Akbar. Very few places are as clean as Switzerland. Very few rivers are as big as Padma. Very few schools are the digital as our. The lion is as big as the tiger. The tiger is not bigger than the lion. How to change positive as plus adjective as to comparative. At first we have to use subject verb with not. It means if the positive degree is affirmative, you have to do comparative in negative. Comparative form of adjective, then subject before verb. Sadiq is as tall as Shafiq. You can use the dove is as attractive as the pigeon. The pigeon is not more attractive than the dove. At first you have to use this word as a subject, then is, then not. Because it is affirmative, you have to do it negative, more attractive. comparative form of adjective and comparative symbol than the dove. And it is your task. This is your homework you will do at your home. I hope you have enjoyed this class and you are clear about this topic. Now you can transform the sentence, positive sentence, into comparative. So we will meet soon, very soon, and in our next class we will learn how to change the positive sentence into superlative. Till then, Allah Hafiz.